Right now on WLWT News 5 today, a big decision for a teenager facing attempted abduction charges. What a judge is expected to decide in court today.
I guess I don't understand how anyone could ever do that. I feel like that's stooping to a whole nother level of disrespect.
A family outraged over a grave robbery, what the thieves stole, and the family's plea to get it back.
Well, it sure won't seem like the final days of summer. The hot streak starts today. Just how warm it will feel the next few days and the timeline for storms that will mess with your weekend plans.
This is WLWT News 5 today, leading the way.
Well, the days of fall just 4 days away. A nice shot over Smale Riverfront Park into the Roebling Bridge there. A gorgeous start to your Tuesday morning. Some people already starting their day with a run and a walk. And a great time for it, especially. Good morning to you. I'm Colin Mayfield.
I'm Lisa Cootie. Great to see you this morning. Your headlines are coming up. We're going to start on the check on the forecast to see what things are like this morning on your Tuesday. Here's meteorologist Randy Rico with the details. No rain. How about that, Randy? Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, but yesterday's rains caused a couple of issues.
Okay.
I was watching. I did see the dude running up the stairs. Go him in his Rocky mode.
Right.
But I also noticed that maybe a little bit of haze around some of the street lights. So there might be a little bit of fog developing along the Ohio River downtown, but it is absolutely an issue areas southeast of Cincinnati along the Ohio and also in through portions of Warren and Clinton counties. We have visibility down to, in some spots, a quarter of a mile. But in general, today will end up warm and humid. We're going to head into the upper 80s as we head into the afternoon. You can see right now, no problem seeing the Ohio River. But if you head a little bit further to the south and east, and really any area southeast to 71 that saw that lingering rain, has the chance for fog here over the next 2 hours or so. 66 degrees right now at CVG, and you can see it is dry in greater Cincinnati. The radar kind of picking up on some of that lingering fog areas to the south and east. So once the fog clears by 9 a.m., temperatures will warm up pretty quickly. Noon will be at 80. At 3 o'clock, 87. That's the high for today. And there is a small chance for a shower to pop up in a town or two mid-afternoon, early evening. But for most of us, a day where you really hope the AC holds out for the rest of summer, because we have some very hot days coming our way before we flip to fall. We'll take a look at just how hot it will feel and when those thunderstorms will roll in later this week, coming up in a few minutes. Let's see what's happening on the roads. Vanessa?
Yeah, we're just watching a couple of things. Like Randy said, be cognizant of that fog this morning as you hit the roads. One wreck, this is Kenton County northbound between it's 7175, that off ramp to Donaldson Highway. Just be aware of that. We've been monitoring this area, and it looks like they're finally starting to let some cars by. You can obviously see some of the emergency personnel on the side of the road. So it was closed, finally starting to let some cars by, but just be aware of that. That's really our only issue we're watching right now. So this in Erlanger, also watching some fog, some congestion. We'll continue to watch that for you and update you on some construction that you need to know about in a few minutes. Colin, back over to you.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon, Vanessa. Thank you. Juvenile or adult court. That distinction still unclear for a teenager accused of groping 2 young girls at a Kroger and then trying to abduct another one.
And a hearing this morning could determine if the teen is tried as an adult. WLWT News 5's Alexis Rogers live in Whitewater Township for us this morning, where the alleged incidents took place. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning to you, Lisa. Colin. That judge has a very, very important decision to make later on this morning. And this all stemmed from events that happened at the Kroger right behind me with this teenage boy and multiple underage girls. Now, from what we understand, the charges that he's facing are pretty serious. We haven't identified this boy because at the time he's still being tried as a juvenile. So he is facing attempted abduction and 3 counts of gross sexual imposition. This all stems from a domino of late night incidents here at the Kroger in Whitewater Township. On July 24th, the 17-year-old is accused of touching an 11-year-old girl and a 12-year-old girl, both on their behinds. Shortly after that, a 10-year-old girl says he attempted to pick her up and grab her within the crotch area, then grab her by the arm to try to take her out of the store. She was able to get away. She went and called her mom, her mother, then put a group of men on this particular teen as he was trying to run out of the store. They were able to catch him, and now he will be appearing in court this morning at 9 a.m. And again, the prosecutor will be putting forth evidence to try to get him over to adult court instead of juvenile court. Alexis Rogers, WLWT News 5.
Rapid fire developments concerning newly surfaced sexual allegations against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh faces an allegation of sexually assaulting a teenage girl more than 3 decades ago at a high school party. It is causing pause, and some senators saying that they should postpone his confirmation vote. President Trump broke his silence on the matter yesterday, saying he is okay with a little delay.
Judge Kavanaugh is one of the finest people that I've ever known. He's an outstanding intellect, an outstanding judge, respected by everybody. Never had even a little blemish on his record.
Kavanaugh has denied the allegations. Now, with Thursday's confirmation vote delayed, Democrats are calling for a full FBI investigation into the matter. The Senate Judiciary Committee will hold a public hearing on the matter on Monday.
Developing now, a family devastated after their father's gravesite is robbed, and it happened to be the grave of the former New Miami police chief. WLWT News 5's Megan Mitchell is live with the family's plea for someone to come forward. Megan, good morning.
Lisa, good morning. And you know, the New Miami police chief died last year, and now his family is coming out and saying that a personalized bench was stolen from his grave at their private cemetery in Kentucky. Now, Gilbert died from cancer last year in October. His family says that he was working to make sure that his mausoleum was a special final resting place. That's when they thought a bench, thought of a bench with his police badge and a number was a special way to do that. So on Sunday, Gilbert's daughter Elizabeth went to visit the family's burial plot in Clay County. That's when she noticed that memorial bench was gone. She says whoever took the bench had to have known it was there.
It's a very personal piece, and I know it just seems like a bench, but I think at the end of the day, it's the principle. It means a lot to us that we know my dad would be proud to, see that, and it's just a great way of sitting next to his mausoleum while paying our respects.
Elizabeth does say that they have spoken to local authorities about this. They're just hoping that anyone who finds this maybe at a yard sale or even at some type of at a yard sale or a flea market can return it to them. Reporting live, Megan Mitchell, WLWT News 5.
Understandable, Megan. Thank you. A Highland County family mourning the loss of a little boy hit by a car while he was just playing outside. Police say 2-year-old Toby Asher Moore was driving a toy car outside his Hillsborough home Sunday when he rolled into traffic. Witnesses tried to perform CPR on scene, but the child later died at the hospital. Since then, the community has come together, providing support in any way they can.
We love these children, and you grow to love their family. And so when they hurt, we hurt.
With somebody that close at that young, I can't even fathom it. It's just unbelievable.
The driver who hit the child stayed on scene. Police say the investigation is not over, but for now it just appears to be a tragic accident.
Time now is 6:07. Coleraine Township Police and fire crews rushed to help a blind woman inside an apartment that was on fire, and it was all captured on police body cam. Now, officials found the apartment building on Pippin Road filled with smoke. This was Sunday. Police hurried in to help a woman trapped inside who investigators again say is blind. She answered the door and smoke rolled out.
Police on. What's that? I can't hear. Police, I got you. Is that your apartment on fire? Yeah. Let's keep walking. Keep walking straight.
Investigators say the fire started in a clothes dryer in the apartment, but the smoke then spread out of the unit. The woman was treated for smoke inhalation. Luckily, no one else was hurt.
Fifth Third employees returned to the spot where a deadly shooting took place 11 days ago, holding a memorial and a moment of silence for their colleagues lost. On September 6th, the gunman opened fire inside the lobby, killing 3 people and injuring 2 before he was killed by police. Yesterday, employees and community members left their thoughts, prayers, and messages of inspiration on the outside, and on the inside, a wall of employee handprints.
An act that divides us or was intended to divide us, we're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to allow it to unite us and make us stronger.
Each signature and handprint will eventually go into a Fifth Third museum to be created on the other side of Fountain Square. Police say they still do not know the gunman's motive. Still to come, more severe weather in the aftermath of Hurricane Florence.
The storms that turned deadly in Virginia.
And a night filled with glittering gowns and bronze statues. The surprise that led to a thunderous applause at the Emmy Awards last night.
All right, and we are waking up to some fog here this morning, especially in some River Valley areas. You've got about 2 hours left before that fog clears. Once the fog gets out of here, bring on some summer-like weather. You know, we're counting down until fall, but that summer sizzle is going to stick around here for a little while. We'll talk about just how hot it will feel, and if you're making big plans for football or Frankfurters on Friday night with Oktoberfest, we'll talk about the timeline for the return of rain and thunderstorms.